in the first act, 3-shot, and the heroine no more beautiful than my right thumb. Plays nowadays. Ugh.
Gee, girls, you play rough. I'd rather go against our high school team than those actresses in the hallway. Actresses, they're tigers. You can go crazy over a good many things, but when you're theater crazy, you're good and crazy. And that's my honest opinion for now. Now, girlies, my little whirlies, listen up. Be nice little cats. Don't go meow. Go meow. My boss will be here any minute now, and he don't like claws, and he don't like scratching. So simmer down to a glimmer.
Ring, 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 ring.
That's so random.
Good morning, Miss Crank. My love, how's my dusty dove this beautiful, glorious, historic morning? Ugh. Is that so? Glad to hear it. And good morning, Jimmy. Not so bright. Came in through the meat grinder, I see. And good morning, my play. The finest play in the history of American drama. Ugh. Thank you, Miss Crank. Such an expression of unbound confidence brings a tear to my weary eye. Ah, yes, this is a glorious moment. A stupendous occasion worthy to take its place alongside the invention of the wheel, the self-starter, and my personal favorite, pistachio ice cream. And why do I speak thusly with a capital T, my friends? Because on this great day, my new play goes into rehearsal.
Fidget, yay, 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 fidget.
Splendid, my boisterous bumpkin. Yes, every part of my devastating new drama has been filled with the finest talent that the money, the Douglas Fidget money, and that, I'm pleased to say, is my money can buy. Do you follow me?
I got lost once or twice, boss.
Did I say every part was filled? Correction. Every part but one.
And what would that be, boss?
A mere trifle, Jimmy, my doting dope. It's the part of a maid in the household of Swinburne J. Grits, the heroine's father. The heroine's name, I'm bursting to tell you, is Cecily Grits. Isn't that a lovely name? In all its quiet confirmation, it has all the delightful delirium of Debussy, as luscious as the song of the hoo-hoo bird, calling to its mate on the upper reaches of the Orinoco, on a Sunday afternoon. Always on a Sunday afternoon. Ah, how I love to tonsil those syllables out to a waiting world. Cecily Grits, sweet Cecily, serene Cecily, seraphic Cecily Grits.
It don't send me that way, boss. Just makes my teeth ache.
Oh? And by chance, can you think of a better name?
How about hominy grits?
Let me resume life's struggle. This maid has one line in the whole play. Just one infinitesimal translation. Itty-bitty line. Why, it will fill that part in no time. As easy as falling off a building. As easy as a breeze through a breezeway. As unerring, unswerving flight of an arrow to its target. As certain as...
You're an optometrist, boss.
A what?
You know, a guy that looks on the bright side.
You bet I am, Jimmy, my dauntless thunderhead. In the theater, there is no other side but the bright side. Once in a while, that is. But time goes galloping, and here we are, stupidly static. I called the casting agency yesterday. Did they send over any actresses?
They sent over the whole mob from Julius Caesar.
Splendid! Let him in!
Okay, girls. Now when I say 3, you're gonna chase me. 1, 2, 3. But you won't catch me.
Whoa, you're fired!
Before we're hired?
Well, put it this way. If you ire me, I'll fire you. Rather good, eh? Ire, fire. Ugh. Thank you, Miss Crank. One of my less quotable remarks on the day. I'll admit it. Now, ladies, be seated. No more shrieks, no more shrieks, no more hysterics.
No, indeed. That's agreed.
Now we are assembled here, this memorable morning, in the office of Douglas Fidget. And I, it pleases me to say, am Douglas Fidget, the only Douglas Fidget in captivity. I mean in existence. We are assembled here, I say. Where was I, Jimmy?
About where you are, maybe 4 inches this way. No, one over that way.
Ah, yes, it all comes back to me now. We are assembled here, as I was saying, to find an actress for a part in my thumpingly glorious new play. Did she fall, or was she pushed? Now, this maid has but one line in the whole play. Now, she comes in and says to Swinburne J. Grits, the heroine's father, as he is standing on his head in the corner, "Your taxicab is waiting." Easy, simple, 4 little words. Any questions?
Is it a 3-wheel cab or a 5-wheel cab?
Is it a 3-wheel? Shades of Saracens, who cares? Who cares if it's a flat-wheel cab? It's off stage!
Yes, but they never have wheels going around and around and around and around and around our mind makes a great difference in the interpretation of the part, and you just don't care!
Now, who in the name of desolation might that dizzy dolly be?
That's little Rainy Day. She was born crying and never got over it. But you know, Cookie, she may have something there when she says about interpretation. The nuances, the hidden meanings, you know? Or do you follow me?
Follow you? Darling, when it comes to the drama, you're still in diapers. Now, when I played Lady Macbeth...
Thank you, Miss Crank. Well, that settles that. Now, listen, 4 little words. They're what I'm looking for. Your taxi cab is waiting. Jimmy, fix your tie. The hurricane is over. All right, madam, we'll start with you.
Before I begin, I would like to make a statement. Before I sign my equity contract and before you take me to dinner, my statement, yes, my statement is this. I am not accustomed to playing servants' parts. Were it not that I am...
Hungry, maybe.
Were it not that I am so much a part of the theater, so much that it's very vitamin A, B, and D content. Dear heavens, how humiliated I should feel. Servants' parts? For 15 years, I was the leading lady to the late and great Humphrey Harleybone. Oh, they left her in Pawtucket. Oh, dear, oh, Pawtucket, Rhode Island. For 18 years, I was on tour with Shakespeare.
Dearie, you have been around.
Hey, wait, Lady Macbeth, don't go home.
I'm not going home. I'm going to make an entrance.
Oh, well, don't make a production out of it.
Stage right.
Swaze-vous, madam. You look bushed.
The taxi cab is waiting. That's all there is. There isn't any more.
Gee, boss, what a performer. What bounce, what ziggity, what you say, boss.
No, not in front of the ladies. Now, look, I don't want a 5-act tragedy. I don't want Camille. All I want is 4 little words. You. Next.
Wow, she's got a rocket engine, boss.
And I wish she'd take off food. Hold on. Maybe I'd be better.
Don't leave us, boss. It's showing half over.
That's what's killing me.
Oh, Mr. Fidget, it's awful. It's terrible, Mr. Fidget. You cry too. You hear
I'm going to be leaping, and the sidewalk's 24 stories down!
Keep a cool, steady hand on your brain throttle, boss, because a fall and fidget don't gather no loss.
Thank you. Thank you, Jimmy. Your words of wisdom bring me back to the dim verge of sanity. Oh no, let me stay crazy.
Hi, Mrs. Bernabap, and I'm fine, thanks, even before you asked. Mr. Fidget, you are being granted the extraordinary privilege of meeting our daughter, Oriole Beth. Oriole is the child theatrical prodigy of our time. Of all time. Period.
Question mark.
Silence, Gladwin. Now, Mr. Fidget, you'll love Oriole as the maid in your play. She's so right for the part, so spirituelle, a 20th century titanium. Oriole dances, recites,
To be or not to be?
That is the question.
silence, Gladwin. Now, in addition, Oriole plays 16th century airs on tin cans, carves soap, and does imitations of whales.
I've also gone up in a balloon.
Oh, yes, I must tell you about that. It was also unrehearsed, also gay. We were at the county fair one day, and little Oriole was skipping about among the crowd, watching the balloon being inflated, when suddenly the balloon let go, and there was little Oriole dangling from the end of its rope. Her blue tutu, the one she is now wearing, had somehow become attached to the end of the rope. I've always wondered how that happened. But anyway, up she went, blowing kisses and scattering those petals down upon all of us. And finally she was out of sight, out of our lives. All the men in the crowd took off their hats. Most touching thing I have ever seen. But she came down.
Unfortunately.
Silence, Gladwin! She came down on the roof of the hen house, 6 counties away.
And the hens didn't lay for weeks, but their time was much better spent. Because I taught them to dance. Oh yes, a barnyard ballet.
The darling.
Oh, if you could have seen them, Mr. Fidget. 497 hens all dancing in perfect unison. And the farmer dancing too, and shouting. He danced right in the barn one day and shot himself. Some people are like that, where the arts are concerned.
And I forgot my revolver at home!
Unfortunately.
Thank you!
If you get your weight across your elbows, you look like a depressed mushroom. Until that dreadful boy beside you stopped making faces at me. You were so, I saw you. And there's one right like that. Do you know the name of our 8th president, Mr. Fidget? Most ordinary people don't. It was Martin Van Buren, term of office, 1837 to 1841. Now, I prefer to play this maid scene in the decor of Martin Van Buren. In my readings and researching history, I have found him a forgotten but fascinating figure. And that's what we must have in this play, a forgotten but fascinating figure.
Isn't she adorable?
Silence, Mama!
Silence, Gladwin!
There you are, sitting in your White House study. You're in a tizzy. The country's gone to the canines. You need relaxation. At that precise moment, I enter and say, Mr. President, the Potomac is lovely in the sunset. The air is alive with hummingbirds, mockingbirds, butterflies, and just ordinary flies. Come forth, Mr. President. Your taxi cab is waiting. Put on your plug hat, Mr. President. Come forth. Come sit. But come. It's so when we rehearse.
Never.
Never!
Never.
My dear child, I wouldn't dream of putting you in my play. Why, there's nothing in it worthy of your top flight talent. But you have given me an idea, a grand idea. I'm going to give a gift, you see. It will be the Douglas Fidget gift to the nation.
And will I be a part of this national gift?
Indeed you will, my sheriff. You will be a most essential part. You see, I'm going to construct a rocket for a trip to the moon. And you, and your mother, of course, will be its passenger.
Oh, how utterly thrilling! Oh, Mama! I'm swimming with delight!
So, go now, go forth, go anywhere but here, and await the day.
Whoosh! We're off! We'll switch the shots for lunar lingerie!
And where do I come in?
You, my good sir, don't come in at all. You will be the person who closes the door from the outside and presses the big red starting button. Theater, what have I sacrificed for thee? But let's get on with it. You, with the big brown eyes. Or are they blue? Or just saucers?
They're ultraviolet, sir.
Ultra what?
Ultraviolet.
All right, Missy, skip it. Unless you want me to get ultraviolet, you better be good.
Oh, Mr. Fidget, ever since I was a little girl, I've admired you from afar. You're my flame, my star, my glorious, shining star. Yes, you are, my star. You see, I break out into poetry, raptures of poetry when I'm near you. I've got 47 pictures of you in my wallet, including your first baby picture. I write your name in all of the library books I borrow. I've been hit 4 times by cars because I stopped in the middle of the street to drink about you. And now that I'm near you, I have something to tell you. Something that means the world to me.
And what is it, my poor child?
Your taxi cab is waiting. Goodbye. Goodbye.
She says your taxi.
I think I'll take it.
Signor II, Grandissimo Douglas Figetto, Saluzzo, hi-ho, top of the morning. I bring you terrific tidings. Tidings that'll bend your eye teeth backwards. They'll burn you, these tidings. They'll melt the frames off your glasses, the soles off your shoes. They'll scorch you to your very marrow. But nevertheless, you must hear them. So take your hands away from your ears and listen to me. Signor II, Grandissimo Douglas Figetto, for, as I said before, and will now say again, at the risk of sounding tiresome, my tidings, see, my tidings, you must hear.
I must hear.
He must hear.
We all must hear.
Your taxi cab is waiting down in the street below. The meter's wildly clicking. You'll be broke if you don't go. Yes, I repeat, in tones so sweet. Tweety, 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 tweety. You'll be broke if you don't go.
So and so and so and so and go and go and go and go, 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 go.
Coming at you, boss.
Moonlight on the river, I'll miss you, wife. Like a bridal veil from heaven, I could weep.
Oh, rats!
My dear soul, rats are distinctly beside the point.
I'm going home, and I'm putting my head under a ton of coal.
Now you listen to me, Mr. Fidget. You let no sugar bun you. You better put one little foot in front of the other little foot and get on out that door, and down that hall, and down that little flight of stairs, because your taxi cab is waiting. You little piece of sugar cane. I reckon the driver's gonna be riding that, I reckon. I said, I reckon. Goodbye, my candy kids. See you down yonder and you will leave.
Just 4 little words. 4. Is there anyone out there in this wondrous world that can give them to me?
Yes, I'll give them to you. Oh, I've held them in all these years, been dusting and dusting, saying nothing, just grunting. But now, I'm gonna burst myself wide open. I'm gonna yell them secrets, gonna spill the secrets of years that I've been clawing at my innards and chawing at my gizzards until I can't eat a decent meal without a fair perishing of indigestion. And who give me that indigestion? You! You give me that indigestion. You and your handsome heroes and your heathen heroines. But now, Dr. Fidget, I'm gonna have my revenge just like they do with those players of yours. But don't try to escape. My eagle eyes is on you and it's spearing you like a pin through a butterfly. You're squirming now, ain't you? And the more you squirm, the more I laugh. Now hear this, Douglas Fidget. Your taxi cab's waiting, and you're going for a ride.
I see 1 little star, 2 little stars.
There's another star right over there, boss.
Tell them to go home! Tell them all to go home! I want to be alone!
Go. You heard what the man said. Scram. Naya Skugu, Iki, Skya Woozy. She paused. She can't talk English.
She is hired! Jimmy, I leave my business and any future actresses to you. My dear, I believe our taxi cab is waiting.